Hi guys, here's another top 10 Zelda video for you, about what I think are the top 10 most annoying Zelda characters. I know, it's no secret that Navi will be part of the jolly bunch I chose on the countdown. But there may be some other characters you didn't think about that will end up there as well. Like, well, I guess you had to see the whole video to find out. Like in previous videos, characters are taken from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, The Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, and Skyward Sword. And major spoilers from these games may come out on this video, so be warned. Only characters are characters are allowed on this list, which means no enemies. For example, Skull Kid from Majora's Mask is a character, but he's not in Twilight Princess or Ocarina of Time. So let's start, shall we?
Time!
For 10th place, here's the sassy, classy Eiffel Cuddly. You don't see that guy quite often in Twilight Princess, but when you do, boy is he the biggest show-off of the game. When you first meet the guy, he's running a rich exclusive shop called Cuddly's Fine Goods and Fancy Trinkets Emporium, which pretty much says it all about the place. You can't even get in the shop before getting your boots cleaned by the guy at the doorstep, which costs you 10 rupees from the start, and you're not even in yet. Once your boots are as shiny as a unicorn, you can get in. Then when you do, you meet this gorgeous snooty man with the exquisite moustache behind the counter. Once you talk to him, he barely glances at you, asking reluctantly if you need something. Then every time he asks the price of something, he'll make sure to remind you that even though you're the hero saved this sorry from eternity as a spirit, you're just a poor loser that can't even afford the cheapest thing as a store. Luckily for me, once Malo buys out Cuddly's store in Castletown, he becomes the happiest man alive, dancing all day long wearing the worst uniform in all history of mankind. His behavior after being bought out could irritate some, of that I'm 100% sure, but to me it's just funny as hell, as well as being entertaining. Indeed, some weird character you are, Cuddly. On number 9, we have the most annoying and spoiled little Goron you'll ever meet, the Goron's elder son from Majora's Mask. All he does in the game is cry, whine, then cry again, sing half of a song, fall asleep to it, wake up, whine, then cry some more, whine, then cry once again. This kid's main point in the game seems to be annoying everybody to get what he wants, including Link and pretty much the whole Goron tribe as well. The first thing you hear when you get inside the Goron's place is him yelling. Much to the rest of the tribe's despair, are trying to mute the sound by covering their ears. Lucky me, you could send him to sleep and shut his mouth. For a while. He whines for everything, from his father not being there to Goron Link's refusal to participate to the Goron's race. I can't count the times I wanted to strangle that child, or place a bomb on him in the hope that he disappeared. At least he was useful in the game, singing the Goron's Lullaby for you. Staying in on the 8th position is someone who's annoying for a totally different reason, the Carpet Merchant. His only purpose in the game is to annoy the player. The only thing he does is incite you to buy his fabulous item without telling you precisely what it is, just to pique your curiosity a little, until you can no longer take the suspense and accept to give away 200 rupees to know what that is. And there goes the annoyance, as well as my 200 rupees, gone forever, as I found out that the amazing item he was talking about was a set of stupid good-for-nothing bomb shoes. On the 7th position is the Annoyance of the Seas, aka Jolene from Phantom Hourglass. As a matter of fact, Jolene's role is just as useless. Though she's not directly Link's enemy, she forces him to have a battle every time these two meet, which gets extremely irritating with time. I don't really see the point in including her at all in the storyline either, except to make a romantic bond appear in the game between her and Lineback. But she's just another useless obstacle I have to toss on the side to keep on focusing on the main quest. On the 6th place, there is Link's official fiancé, Ruto. That girl is a princess and she is not afraid to remind others of her status, especially Link. You've not even met her yet that she's already causing you trouble. She possesses the last spiritual stone you need to save the world from its imminent destruction by Ganondorf. Yet she loses it in a giant hungry fish. Now you're telling yourself, okay, fine. All I have to do is find her and she'll give me the stone because I got into all this trouble to rescue her. Wrong. She doesn't even care the least bit about your sorry self, only caring to find her mother's precious. Not to mention that to do so, you have to transport Her Majesty all the way into Jabu's belly, most often losing her and ending up having to return to the same spot over and over again to be able to get the spiritual stone with her. After finally finding the stone, she gets attacked by an octopus and gets lost somewhere, to my great dismay. Until you finally find her again, once you have defeated the dungeon's boss, where she still whines for nothing, this time for leaving you alone. Funny when you think at first you didn't want to see her face at all. Midway on the list is somebody that I sadly wish I could get rid of my game, Fi from Skyward Sword. Not that she's mean or anything, but Fi, I don't need to know how to use my Wii remote. I know how to use a slingshot, it's fairly easy. Plus, most of the time, when you truly need information, for example on how to defeat a particular boss or enemy, she makes sure to give you the smallest amount of information that'll make it almost impossible for you to move forward. And she says she'll tell you whenever she has the information, which happens pretty much every century or so. Most of the times, you find on your own how to defeat the monster yourself, by smashing your sword everywhere, using every item you have in all the possible means, or simply dying 2 or 3 times before finding out how to finally kill the thing. When your batteries are almost down, God, she's your best friend. Thank you, Fi, for telling me my batteries, which can still last for 1 more hour, are almost depleted. Or that my wooden shield is almost broken. Sadly, the annoyance of her character made the last scene with her look to me totally plain. I preferred the scene with Impa instead, that even bitched me that I was unworthy of being the hero once. Oh, and one more thing, Fi. Nearer and nearer to the first place on number 4 is Gaibora, the know-it-all owl. Everybody lived that moment at least once. You all know too well what I'm talking about. Wanting to just skip everything the old flying thing wanted to tell you and spam A, and finding yourself asking him to repeat it all by mistake for ages. I actually remembered the first time this stupid phenomenon happened to me ages ago, and how stupid I thought it was. As I didn't understand English well back then, I could barely even understand what was going on. The thing is, every time you see him, it's slowing you down so much, you can't help but try to save some time and skip what he's saying. Though most of the times you end up making him repeat again. And he even dares to challenge you by turning his head upside down, like he's trying to prove that he's the man or something. Though the face that created was cute, I have to admit that. Now here's some nice lyrics about the guy that I found to be quite accurate. I just say a lot of things you knew. If you spell me, then I'll repeat it to you. So I suggest that you read carefully so you won't waste a lot of time with me. That was awful. Whatever. On third place, boy, this thing. I wish he wasn't useful because I hate him so much. I introduce you to Scrapper from Skyward Sword. This ancient robot belonged to Gonzo's grandpa, the guy at the bazaar who makes items out of the treasures you have. Unlike his friendly owner though, Scrapper is a real jerk. All he cares about is himself and, of course, Fi. Despite Link being the great hero who saved his ass from an eternity as being useless junk, he doesn't even pretend to give a shit. Apparently, the only reason he dislikes Link so much is because serving children is very low in his task priority, even though this very child is the only one who can save the world and thus Scrapper himself. Plus, it's not like he's busy at all. As a robot whose single utility is to carry things, he better get himself useful. All he does is call Link Master Swordpins and treat him like he's a piece of giant elephant poo. Anyway, God bless the producer for allowing me to destroy this little brat several times while he transported something for me. God did I loved seeing him suffer. Take that. Haha. On the runner-up, guess who it is? Of course you saw her coming. Navi is joining the ranking on this fabulous list. I almost need no explanation for this, right? She's just a big ball of annoyance, and everybody agrees, except those who manage to somehow forget about her. It's simply an absolute fact among the Zelda fans. She's killing everyone's eardrums with her. Listen! I can't count the times she shouted such obvious and useless information. Like, no shit, Navi, I couldn't guess the corridor was all twisted. Or, as I'm heading towards the Great Lucky Tree, she pesters me every 2 seconds that he summoned me. I know! Those are only a few of the pointless things she's warning you of. Other than that, she skips the important ones. Who else wandered for no reason after being rejected by Darunia? Like, I totally should have known that I had to play serious song to make him dance and then he'll become all lovable. Of course! Why didn't I think about it before? Sad truth, but Navi is kind of useless as a character. Her only importance is when she targets enemies for you. The main reason why a character even exists. She can even tell you some of their weak points, which is great when you play the game for the first time. Surprisingly though, against a few monsters, she's not that effective. Mostly when facing particular bosses, and especially in the last battle against Ganondorf, where yet again, she's of no use whatsoever. When she's distanced from you because of the waves of darkness Ganondorf created, I didn't even notice the difference. The fact she's supposed to be your ally is sad for Link, and she is almost pointless. Sadly for him, that's the only fairy he'll ever have. Or is it? And now guys, prepare yourself for the number one. First though, let's do a very quick recapitulation of the previous positions, along with the bonus positions, from 20 to 11. Number 20, Seiken. Number 19, Ani and Darling. Number 18, Edo. Number 17, Tallow. Number 16, Bossman. Number 15, Cuckoo Lady. Number 14, Death Mounted Guard. Number 13, Link the Goron.
They see me rolling, they hate it.
Number 12, Cyclops. Number 11, Old Begging Man. Number 10, Cuddly. Number 9, Goron Elder's Son. Number 8, Carpet Merchant. Number 7, Jolene. Number 6, Ruto. Number 5, Vi. Number 4, Gaibora. Number 3, Scrapper. Number 2, Navi. And here is the winner of the award of the most annoying character of The Legend of Zelda. Farron! How cool is that? A dragon who makes you do tons of tests to prove that you really are the hero. For real. I have the sword with Fi in it. Isn't that a good enough proof to leave me alone? But then I was able to beat Gerudo, the guy she almost died to? No, sure not. To her I'm shrimpy, so better get some muscles to prove myself. Or else the game will be too short, right? Now that she's all better and healthy, she blocks the waterfall, and that allows me to go into the ancient cistern where the next flame I need is. So far so good, not too bad. Now she tells me that even though her waterfall was supposed to repel anybody to come inside, enemies still were able to make their way through and flourish inside. Wow. Talk about some good barrier. Plus, she doesn't even bother to help a little by killing them. She's a freaking dragon. Don't tell me she can kill a few flowers. Though she's weaker than you at some points, she can help with telling you that you're just a shrimp, that you need to improve. Like, no Farron. I didn't know that I had to make some effort to save the world from its imminent destruction. After that, things are only getting worse. She gets so pissed at monsters covering her woods that she floods the whole thing, like there's no deal to it at all. She doesn't even care about the poor Kikwis that took refuge on a lily pad. Once I ask her about her part for the song, she thinks it's the best time ever to make me collect music notes like fishes to find out what the song is. Cause she's not gonna give away that part so easily to every hero that crosses her way. no! Because now that I have the Master Sword still, there's no way I'm worthy of a freaking 10 seconds part of the song. I have to prove that I'm truly worthy by diving in the water and collect Tadstones. Because f*** you, that's why. For the nuisance that is Perrin and her overall attitude, I declare her the most annoying Zelda character on this list. I hope you liked my video and thanks for watching guys. See you in the next one.